Geek Citadel.
ハート燃え尽きるほどヒート刻むぞ決戦機のビートサンライトイエローオーバードライブ回転シュー
The God of Swords of Weekly Jump magazine decides that the major manga and anime characters from the past and present should compete in a tournament. He lures characters like Monkey D. Luffy, Son Goku, and Naruto Uzumaki to face off in a battle to prove their mettle. In the spirit of much anime, it's a nonsensical way of putting all these characters together, and it works for what it does. It's a fighting game that's more similar to the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series than say something like Street Fighter or Blaze Blue. A friend of mine says it reminds him of Power Stone, and I agree with that comparison as well. Ever read a series from Shonen Jump over the past 40 or something years? Well, you'll be excited to see that many of those characters have made it into the game as fighters, support characters, and all-around NPCs. It really tries to hit you hard with a swift kick to the fan service junk. It properly displays the artistic talent of various manga artists over the years in a fully 3D rendered space, from Kenshin to wacky characters like Boba 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 Bo. That's a name. The various art styles come alive in J-Star's Victory Plus. The staple of each character is defined by their signature attacks. Goku powers up and hits people with the Kamehameha! Saint Seiya shoots his famed golden bow, and Gintoki Sakata uses his power of parody to copy them both. It's an insanely long-winded but detailed specials that bring out the unique character of each of the fighters. I just wish there were more than one for each of the various characters. I love Shinpachi's commentary whenever Gintoki from Gintama is fighting. That show is mostly a satire on all fighting anime, so it's great they could include some of its humor into the game. You have the choice of playing 4 different arcs in the game. These characters are Luffy of One Piece, Naruto of Naruto, Toriko of Toriko, and Ichigo of Bleach. Even though all these characters come from different anime, they all end up doing the exact same things in each of the arcs. So if you don't play with the characters you want at the start of the game, there isn't a chance that you'll want to play the same story again with the others. All the quests in the game consist of finding random items in the world or beating up random anime characters. In fact, that's all the game really seems to be about. Sail across the sea and speak to a character from an anime, go and beat up some dudes, expect to fight with the same characters over and over again without a skill or talent system to alleviate the boredom. There is some sort of experience bar for 3 different combat schemes, but they don't really change anything. If someone knows what these experience points do for my character, hey, let me know. Fighting people over and over again with little to no change. Fights feel like a less flexible version of the Ultimate Ninja Storm system. It's relatively stiff in comparison with the long pauses from ultimate moves and 2-second invulnerability timers for a knockdown fighter. I usually don't say I would rather play a Dynasty Warriors game, but I would rather play a Dynasty Warriors game. You would think that with just 4 different characters on the screen, you would see a breadth of different moves coming from each and every one of the characters, all sorts of different types of animations, and a more flexible fighting combat system. Unfortunately, you get the opposite. A rigid combat system, the same special moves over and over again, and one ultimate attack that takes forever for the character to do that you cannot skip during the combat. Dialogue in the game is at least 80% text-based. You'll see stills of popular characters stand in place with little to no animation, and occasionally hear a clip of a repeated saying here and there. It's extremely lazy for something based off of various animated shows. They should have at least animated the mouth of the characters. The character models in the game are nicely detailed, but the environments look like a place where you'd raise a scruffy looking nerf herder. Despite depicting varying locales from different anime, each of these areas lack life, visual flair, and feature badly textured objects. This game has nothing going for it outside of cramming incredibly popular characters into one game. The fighting system is sticky and rigid, the story is fan service nonsense that's not even appealing in the anime sense, and the quest system is incredibly dull. Overall, this is a rather boring game that's only fun for the first hour or so. I recommend only buying this one if you absolutely have to see Luffy, Toriko, and Goku fight. Or you could just watch that animated special with all of them and get your fan service feel from that.